Welcome to Godot Essential, the series where we learn Godot step by step without getting overwhelmed. So far, we've created scripts, written our first code, and stored information inside variables. Last time, we worked with text, like names and words. But text isn't the only thing we can use. Today, we'll explore numbers. Numbers are everywhere in games. Scores, health, coins, and so on. Without numbers, we couldn't really make a game. In the last episode, we created a new project just for practice. But now, let's go back to our original project, the one we called Hello Godot, back in the first episode. Open Godot and select Hello Godot from your list of projects. Once inside, double-click on the script hello.gd to open it so we can keep working where we left off. Let's start very simple. Inside Ready, remove every line of code and type this line. Run the game, and you'll see 100 printed in the console. Notice how this time we didn't use quotation marks like we did with text. Why? Because when you write quotes, you're telling Godot, this is just text. Without quote, you are saying, this is a real number. Try both. When you run the game, both look the same in the console. Now, let's play with the text version. Add spaces between the digits. Run the game. You see each digit separated. You can even add words. That works fine, because it's just text. Now, try the same with the real number 100. Godot throws an error, because numbers can't contain spaces. This shows why text goes in quotes, but real numbers don't. Now let's do something fun. Math. Remember, your computer is basically the fastest calculator ever made. And Godot lets us use it directly inside our scripts. Let's start super simple. If you write this, we'll see the number 4 appear in the console. Nothing surprising so far. But here's the magic. Instead of writing 4 directly, we can ask Godot to calculate it for us. Run the game, and you'll see 4 again. This time, Godot first solved the math 2 plus 2 and then printed the result. So, whenever you put a calculation inside print, Godot works it out first, then shows your answer. We can use different symbols for the basic operations. Minus for subtraction. Asterisk for multiplication. And a slash for division. This is the foundation of how numbers work in code. You can use Godot to calculate just about anything. And we can do more complex operations. For example, 2 plus 2 multiplied by 5. The result is 12. What happens here? Just like in regular math class, multiplication comes before addition. So Godot does 2 multiplied by 5 equals 10. Then adds 2, giving us 12. If you want to change the order and add first, just use parentheses. Now Godot solves what inside parentheses first. 2 plus 2 equals 4, then multiplies by 5, giving us 20. Try it yourself. Pause here, test a few operations, and see what results you get. That's the best way to get comfortable with numbers in code. Now let's store numbers in variables, just like we did with text earlier. Inside ready, create a variable called score and set it to 0. Remember, no quotation marks here. We want a real number, not text. Run the game and the console shows 0. That's our starting score. Let's pretend the player collects coin. We can update the variable like this. Now the console prints 10. We replaced the old value with a new one. We don't always need to type a number directly. We can assign a calculation, like this. This prints 2, because Godot first does the math, then stores the result in score. We can even update the variable based on its current value. If score was 2 before, then this line is really saying score equal 2 plus 2. So now score becomes 4. You can read it like take the current score, add it to itself, and store the result back into score. Let's reset and try this. The console shows 1 and then 0. Why? Because we only printed score plus 1. The calculation wasn't saved anywhere. The variable itself never changed. If we actually want to increase the score, we need to store the results back into score. Now the variable itself updates to 1. This is the classic way games track points. For example, each time the player collects a coin, we increase score by 1. Run the game and the score goes from 0 to 1, then 2 and 3. That's it. You've just built a simple scoring system. So let's recap. We learned that numbers can be printed just like text. We saw that numbers don't use quotes. We used Godot as a calculator. We created variables with numbers and changed them. And we saw how to update values over time, like counting coins or points. Numbers are the foundation of scores, health, timers, and so much more. And now that you know how to use them, it's time to make our game react. In the next episode, we'll add logic, so the game can decide what happens depending on the numbers. That's when things start to feel truly interactive. See you there!